I don't know how y'all can see it, but I'm at Sesquicentennial. I'm in Houston, Texas. The skyline's over there. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, the water is, bro, they are disgusting. Like, the entire park is just nasty. Like, I don't know what this is. Like a fucking bootleg Africa is really what I feel like it is. Like, the pond, it's not even a pond, excuse me, the lake, the river, everything about it is just fucking disgusting. Like the discoloration, the landscaping, lack of maintenance, dirty ass water. Like, right, every time someone crosses a bridge and makes a noise, there's just a smell of feces everywhere. It's so gross. It's so freaking nasty. Look at it. Look at it. Somebody gonna look at this. Is it? Hold on, bro. Like, everything's just trash. It's just trash. It's just disgusting. Now, in some areas, it's nice. Like, right now, to be honest with you, somebody cut the grass right here at this monument on this one. But overall, it's fucking disgusting. Everywhere I walk, there's a smell of urine and feces. And so the number one reason why there's a smell of urine and there's feces is because there's no restrooms. And so they just got miles and miles of park and just no restrooms. And it's disgusting. Like, you would think that in the inception and the construction of Sesquicentennial Park, they would like install restrooms. I think it's the Texas Health and Safety Code 341.08 states that where the where the community congregates, and I'm paraphrasing here, but where the community congregates, there should be sufficient restrooms provided, either temporary or permanent. And so in the conception of Sesquicentennial Park, you would think that they would put permanent restrooms here. And so they haven't done that. They don't even have temporary restrooms. But I'm just saying, like, this is really nasty. And if you really get down into psychology, like, this is just for example here. Look at these bricks. Like, it's literally designed to ward off homeless people. And so the offset on these bricks right here, it's like probably about 18 inches from here to here. So if you were to lay down on here, you can't just really lay down. And so every 10 seconds, they got security running around like, you can't lay down, you can't lay down. It's like, what are you saying? It's a park, and it's public, and I own it at a fraction. And so I don't know what the heck is wrong with them, but I'm telling you, every design is specifically designed to set up borders rather than allow somebody to enjoy the park. And all I'm saying by that is, like, they should really just not do that, because the park isn't in such a shape that protecting it or warding off homeless people is going to do anything. Like, I'm telling you, like, this park is disgusting. And this is just one of them. This is a big park, to be honest with you. They need to, this is what they need to do. They need to hire more employees, and they need to invest some money in the landscaping. They need to figure out, I need to get an engineer, because I know it's possible. To be honest, sometimes it fluctuates from brown to like a lighter shade of brown. And so there's something that they can do to clean up this water, because the water, the river in Austin is so fresh. It's like crystal clear almost. And as soon as you drive into Austin, it's like, oh, the river. Or San Antonio, oh, the river. How nice. And then you get to Houston, it's just disgusting. And then also, Houston is notorious for like gangs and all this other extra stuff, and like just being the hood in general. And so I don't understand. I feel like there's something at a higher level that's basically designing Houston to just be the throwaway city for some weird reason. And I think it has more potential than that, to be honest. But just Sesquicentennial Park, like, everything's just discolored and worn. Maybe they should just demolish the park and restart. Like, there's flooding everywhere, and it's just nasty. And it smells like shit. Like, you would think that, like small things like, okay, we're going to make a park. Let's put a permanent restroom. Like, Market Square Park has a permanent restroom in it. Tranquility Park has a temporary restroom. You know what I'm saying? For Sesquicentennial, but they do not like, they hate it. They hate having anything in here that's gonna, like, they told me this, like, yeah, you can't be here sitting down or laying down. There's no law against it, but we don't want you to lay down, because if you do, then other people are gonna lay down. That's quote unquote verbatim what they told me. Like, I've been to the president, and I've talked to the director of the Parks and Recreation. I've been in City Hall, and like, that's literally their excuse. And so they're circumventing law, like the Texas Health and Safety Code. They don't even have water fountains around here, to be honest. Like, all this stuff is just nasty, man, and discolored. I hate being around nasty stuff, especially when it's publicly owned. So I feel like I own some of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't own the whole thing, but I own it. I'm a shareholder in this motherfucker. For real. And so basically, I'm just showing you how nasty it is. In some days, there's just way more trash in it than not, but you look around, there's just a smell of piss everywhere in here, and this is Houston. And so I've been to City Hall. The first thing I notice when I get inside there is that this mayor, I forgot his name, I think it's White Mayor. Ironically, the enunciation of his name is like White Mayor. But anyways, like you get in there and there is no discussion about anything. Like they literally present a bill to this dude, and after I have it on camera, in fact, they present a bill to this dude, and after they present a bill to him, they literally, like, he just approves it. Like, nobody argues, nobody presents any facts, nobody rebuttals, nobody replies, it's nothing. It's just garbage. Like, everything in Houston's garbage, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm sorry. I was trying not to swear. I was trying to be eloquent, because I'm going to the theater district. But look at how, I'm serious. Look at it. Somebody come look at this. Shit's nasty. This shit is gross. Look at it. And it just doesn't work, and nobody cleans it up. Then they try and ward off homeless people like the homeless people are the problem. Like, no, they're not, bro. So they're probably dropping feces to let you know, like, hey, bro, I need a restroom. Like, where else are you gonna go if you don't have an industrial facility, commercial facility, or a residence? Real talk. And so, yeah, they don't do anything here. And it's weird, too, because they don't really specify the property line. This is the Wortham Theater from the theater district. And as soon as you get up here, this is no longer public, as far as it's publicly operated, privately owned, but there's no, like, as far as I know right now, I may have to figure out where it lies, but the property line. And so the Wortham Theater doesn't take care of this. I think the city of Houston is responsible. And so there's an interconnect between the top side and the bottom side. I just wanted to show it, though. Like, I've been complaining so hard. They just now replaced the GFCIs, the outdoor receptacles. They just now replaced them. Oh, they're on the inside here. And then they do this thing where they just turn off the power for the plugs, and then no one can use them. And so it's just weird. It's literally like, think about this hypothetically speaking. Like, you get into an argument with your girlfriend. You don't have money for a hotel. I'm serious. Or like, you get evicted illegally. Something happens. Like, it's happened before. That's literally what I'm doing right now. So I'm suing the entire state of Texas as far as a civil petition. I'm the petitioner on it and the plaintiff in the state of Texas lawsuit. My name is Alan Way, and the case number is 4:25-CV-00447. And so there's just so much going on. But my case is unique because I was in Austin and I ended up having like an eviction. Went through like a senior judge. It's ridiculous. You can find out all the paper. There's volumes of information inside of it. And so that's not here nor there. But I'm saying that hypothetically speaking, you could find yourself in a situation where you don't have too much. Like, I have an entire 50-page document that I submitted explaining, elaborating, expounding on what's going on. And so, hypothetically speaking, I know for a fact, well, an individual can find themselves in a situation due to no fault of their own, really, especially considering it's the system. And then so you end up outside. Where are you going to be? Where are you going to? If you do not own a commercial residence, a commercial facility, an industrial facility, or a residence in general, you're going to be relying on the government. And so the first place you're going to go to is a park. As soon as you get to the park, they start harassing you. And so I'm really saying that homelessness needs to be a protected class, but you got to start somewhere, because as soon as you start talking about that without anything behind you, then people tend to not want to take you seriously, which is garbage. But it's not garbage. Facts of the matter is that, there's a lot happening right now. But the first thing is, I'm noticing that they're trying to ward off homeless people. And then so you're like, okay, well, if you want to go to the T and you want to maintain your prestige, well, where's your water fountain? There's one water fountain in this whole thing. It really doesn't even work. Like, there's no pressure. There's nothing. It's garbage, everything. And so there's just flooding everywhere, dirty water. You can't even see your reflection. You're just seeing dirty things around you. That's all it is psychologically determined, to be honest with you. Like, you cannot see anything other than dirty water and trash everywhere. Smell of feces and poop and the city is not doing anything. So when I went to City Hall, the first observation I had is that the mayor he just takes his little gavel, they say something, and bill for this and that, and he just approves it. And so they just have money for everything else, and no one's taking care of the homeless, and they'll pretend like they're doing something, and they're really not. The waiting list for the waiting list for the homeless, I think, is like 2 years, and they use this facility called Search. And so what I've been suggesting is this. The city of Houston, I'm just starting here before I have a whole state of Texas lawsuit for this. Codependent and independent at the same time. And this is just my suggestion. Like, if the city of Houston invested in a combined facility that was going to have housing and every other resource that you would need for the homeless, basically what will happen is they would have all the services in one. I have an entire document, I'm telling you, it's a 50-page document that I submitted to federal court, and they're trying everything right now to delay this case from going to court, because it's gonna destroy their social system here. I think before I tell you the solution, I'm gonna expound on what the problem could be. I think if they implemented a system for homeless people, like, you're just naturally living outside, you know what I'm saying? And like, you don't have too much, but you're free. It's gonna make people that have to work pissed off. Like, seriously, it's going to make people that have to work pissed, because they're going to see these people just lounging around and just being happy with not too much. Like, for instance, I get up in the morning, I do my thing. There's different services. You can take a shower, wash your clothes. You can go and get food. It's not the craziest thing in the world. You get on your phone, charge your phone. You know what I mean? It's not the craziest thing in the world. You exercise outside, and you just don't have too much. And so you would just have more people trying to shift to that system of eating apples and oranges and sandwiches, and then occasionally having chicken. And it's healthier too, to be honest. You're walking more places, and so you're just healthier. And so they don't want people to not be slaves. And so when I say something like that, it sounds radical, but let me take a step back. I think the solution for homelessness is this. If they had a consolidated, I wouldn't even use the word shelter, but a facility which potentially would include a shelter that would have everything inside of it, basically, they wouldn't be outsourcing the responsibility to take care of homeless people to private entities. That's what's happening right now. It's like they get these bills or something, and they approve these bills. And after they approve these bills, basically what happens is the responsibility is now, or the onus to handle this is now on like private industries. And so with that, all that happens is they just point, like, go to Search, go to the Beacon, go to this, go to that, go to this. And then they can say that, oh yeah, there was a service there for you, but they don't really have the responsibility. Like the, not the Attorney General, but the Inspector General, for instance, to come down on somebody, because everyone is just, like, there's not too much training in these private facilities. And so as soon as they get paid, they get this bill, they just do whatever they want. And so in some of these facilities, they're just doing literally whatever they want. And they're kicking people out, or they're just treating people disrespectful, because these are lower class people, whatever you would like to say. And speaking of lower class people, I don't know if I have to be the dude to be outside, but like, I'm not that stupid, bro. Like, I probably have a 300 IQ. Hold on. I've got like a 300 IQ. Seriously. And it's like, well, if you do have a 300 IQ, then why are you homeless? Well, because of malpractice, racism, classism, and ambition. There's a lot of things that would basically put me in this situation. But I'm not trying to hide that myself. I'm just saying, as an observer, I've noticed a lot of flaws in the system. And so my logic process tells me, do this first. And please excuse the camera quality. I just mentioned that I'm homeless and there's a bunch going on. But my logic processor tells me to start at the bottom, like go to City Hall, go to the Parks and Recreation director, speak to people in general, or just observe and write things down. Go to federal court, go to state court. I've been through the entire state court, and now I'm in federal jurisdiction as far as being a petitioner in the lawsuit. And so basically, I'm doing what I can. Not too many people, like, to be a lawyer, in fact, you actually have to go to college. And so it's work to work with words. It's work to be in a work. And so basically, there's just so much going on right now that is almost like, fuck it, I'm gonna sue the entire state of Texas. And so I'm coming off of the judicial system, or I'm looking at the judicial system, the legislative system, and I'm attempting to work with the executive system at a lower level inside the state of Texas. But just from what I can see, I just want to draw some attention before I even get down to all of that. Like, you don't even need to take my word for it. This is the 4th largest city in America. And bro, you're telling me that this is what you have to offer. And every day, every 10 seconds, they're showing up telling individuals that they cannot lay down parallel to the longest dimension. Parallel to the longest dimension of what they're standing on or sitting on. They put dividers and borders between the benches. And I'm not going to stop harping on the feces and the discoloration and the smell of urine everywhere and the reflection of light and the unaesthetic appeal as from the landscaping. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing. And so basically, I'm really on just one side. Like, I just walked around for a little bit, but like it's not the best. And so before you start kicking homeless people who really don't have anywhere to go outside, you should probably see if you can fix. It's almost like fix yourself before you run up on somebody, is what I'm saying. And so it is what it is. There's trash all underneath the bridge. There's just garbage everywhere. There's no plugs to charge your phone. There's nothing going on here that would make life beneficial to be outside. And so, like, again, I'm going to reiterate. I think the reason why they do that is because they don't want people on a system that's free and to enjoy life. They want you working as a slave, which kind of understandable. Like, I've been a service electrician for a little bit. And so with that, it's actually a very hard thing to do. I have to immediately go to somebody's house and immediately establish trust. Like, I have to go inside of their house and negotiate sales and close contracts, and then also be technically inclined in the context of me troubleshooting, figuring out problems, and presenting different options. And so if I've been to everyone's house, and I'm coming from the city of Austin, city of San Antonio, I've been doing this in Texas for a couple of years now, and it wasn't until I got evicted illegally, actually, like so illegally. Please follow this case number. I'm going to reiterate the case number. It is 4:25-CV-00447. And there's just so much going on, but it's like, as a consequence or subsequent of that eviction, like, I had to move to Houston, and it's like, I feel like it's almost a unilateral decision because this is just so garbage. Like, they don't want you in Austin where the water is clear. They don't want you in Austin where the water is clear. You know what I'm saying? And everything is nice. They want you in Houston. And to be honest, as soon as I came out here, I put 50 resumes out. And like, I am a talented service electrician. Like, I can just get a job like nothing. All of a sudden, for some weird reason, I could not get a job. Like, it's almost, I don't want to use the word impossible because it's happening. You know what I'm saying? But imagine being an electrician. Forget being an electrician. Imagine, but before I even get on that, look at these ducks. The wildlife has to deal with this nonsense. Like, they literally have to deal with trash and like, anyways. But imagine being an electrician. Imagine having electricity in every location, from governmental, like the streets and like roads and everything, governmental, to stadiums and industrial facilities and Walmarts and houses. I specialize in houses, but I can certainly go on commercial. I'm a journeyman electrician. I was approaching my master's before this happened. And it seemed like as soon as I moved to Austin to complete my prestige, or to add to the prestige of Austin, I was met with like racism, classism, and a bunch of other stuff. And they're like, get back to Houston or something. I swear to God, bro. And so now that they consolidated their efforts as judges just to practice witchcraft, or just in general negligence and malpractice, I should say. That's my personal opinion, but follow along. You know, as a consequence, as an adult, seeing all kinds of nasty stuff like this at a public park. I'm telling you right now, this is less than a mile away from City Hall. And so the park right before City Hall is Tranquility Park. And that's not maintenance as well. Like, they don't even have water there. And so the city of Houston is just doing absolutely nothing. They're garbage. They're garbage. And in fact, to be honest with you, I'm proceeding in United States Southern Federation District Court, right? And like, I initiated this lawsuit on the 16th of this year. And 3 months later, like, this judge is still taking time. And every time, like, the context clues is like, please just be quiet. Please just be quiet. Please just take this money and be quiet. And I was like, what is there to be quiet about? It's like they sent you over here and they want you to take like this pre-ADR. And the state of Texas is trying to figure out how to dismiss the case. And their only defense is the 11th Amendment. And so if you read the First Amendment, you read the 11th Amendment, and you actually have like a reasonable IQ, there is no way you would come to the conclusion that you can dismiss my case. And so they're just trying to prolong it to see if being outside you can get in trouble or something like that, and we can get rid of him. And we just shut up about the case or take some money. And so I'm actually suing them for $100 million, the entire state of Texas. They don't want me to sue because basically as soon as I sue, everyone else is going to sue. As soon as I do it, everyone's going to do it, because actually the First Amendment goes for the last sentence goes for the people to peacefully assemble and to petition their government for a redress of grievances. And that's coming from the United States Constitution. And so I'm rocking with that. The 11th Amendment goes, the judicial powers of the United States should not be extended to construe or to petition a lawsuit from one of its citizens from a foreign state. And so basically the only thing that 11th Amendment means is like I can't be in New York, hypothetically speaking, and then sue Texas, or I can't be in North Dakota and sue Texas. I would have to be a citizen of the state and sue it. And so I'm a citizen of the state of Texas, so I could sue them. And so they do all kinds of dumb stuff just to see if, like, do you know? Because I'm proceeding pro se. And it's like, it's common sense. Like, I have in fact, in that 50-page document, I have a little section called The Implications of Literature. You know what I'm saying? It's so simple. It's so simple to read. It's so simple. And so they're just trying to make this whole thing as though like, oh, we're going to prolong the time that it takes for us to commence this lawsuit, and we'll do everything in our power to not let it go to court. And that's what they're doing right now. So I just start out with the park. Like, I'm homeless at the park, just chilling. And then every time I'm laying down, I've studied their laws. And so I study the Parks and Recreation pamphlet. I'll look at Sesquicentennial Park laws. I'll look at Buffalo Bayou Partnership. That's the one that manages it. And so I've looked at every one of their laws, and they don't have a single law in there that says you cannot lay down with your longest dimension parallel to what you're standing on. And so I've actually called the police 2 times, and now I'm pressing charges with the detective. And it's just adding to it. In fact, 2 days into this year, the police had, and this is Harris County, arrested me off of an assault charge, and guess who got it dismissed? I did. And so, like, they just keep racking. There's just so much information in here, and they're garbage. Like, I don't know what else to say, so I'm just starting small. This is the city of Houston. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Yeah, sorry, this is Alan Way. Yeah, it will be famous one day, I swear.